Good morning. Just pulled in the work parking lot. Most of my videos have been from here. I just haven't uploaded a lot of them because it goes against the name of the channel. The whole purpose of being Outdoor Guy Talks. But just this morning started off like any other morning. At least it's not on the weekend, thankfully. I actually had one day off, so I'm still exhausted. You know, corporations don't really treat employees like people. They treat us like something they can use whenever they feel like it. But that's beside the point. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is dealing with frustration. On the way here, I had a couple incidents at home, but that was me being grumpy in the morning. But on the way here, there was this one individual. I have the plate remembered, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get people in trouble, even though people should be in trouble if they cannot drive. But this person doesn't know how to use blinkers, doesn't know how to do a proper lane change. I honestly don't know how they got their license, because one, they were speeding. They were going 65 and a 50 at least. Two, they were not properly stopping. They were just blowing through them. And three, they cut me off without using a blinker. Yeah. And I was just not happy. I really had a moment of, I really want to pull over and, teach that guy a lesson, that fool, but no, I just had to decompress. Shouldn't let foolish people make your decisions for you. Their time will come. Perhaps they'll learn after they crash their vehicle or after a state trooper pulls them over. Maybe that's what it takes. And that's unfortunate. But off the topic of terrible drivers, because I have never seen so many bad drivers until moving up here. No one knows how to drive up here at all. It is insane. When I was a kid down in Texas, I thought that people were bad drivers, and of course there's bad drivers everywhere. You're gonna have them, unfortunately, but nowhere near this many, and nowhere near this variety of age gap between the bad drivers, because it was mostly the young kids down south just going into mud holes and just being rambunctious. Got their first vehicle. But up here, it's like, I even see nice vehicles just cutting people off, flooring it, weaving in and out of traffic without blinkers. I've seen accidents get caused by that type of stuff, especially during the wintertime. You have people that cause other people to crash because they feel that they're driving too slow. So they'll go in the passing lane, floor it by them, and then they'll actually cause the person that's driving safe to have an accident because they blanket them in that snow that gets kicked up, so you can't see. It's terrible, but anyway, just looking at the sunrise over the trees and thinking about what I'm going to do next time I actually get 2 days off in a row. I really want to work on my garden, but I can't because, I'm in town. There's this one squirrel in particular that keeps killing all my plants. It keeps digging them up. So I have absolutely nothing. Everything I have that's growing is inside, and it's all flowers and herbs. You can't really eat flowers and herbs. So I'm not gonna put them out until the thing's dealt with. I mean, it knows how to avoid setting off traps. It knows how often I use cayenne pepper and things like that to try to deter it from digging. But no, this thing it is relentless. I've got this thing a few times. I've tagged it with a pellet gun, and it's like protected by a freaking shield. I don't know how this thing has not been caught, you know. So I have different traps, better ones. So I hope that gets rid of the problem for me, because I really want to plant. We have a short growing season, but maybe this year I won't have a garden. It wouldn't be the worst thing. It'd be more time away from maintenance and stuff and actually going out in the woods. Yeah, I'm just tired, burned out. Don't really want to live in town anymore. Got a few years left of that minimum. I want to be away from people. At least 5 miles away from town. That'd be great. Close enough to get to town if anything were to happen, but far enough away where I don't hear it or see it or smell it. It's mostly the smell and the hearing. Town smells awful. The sewers always stink. People always blast the garbage called music these days. Just a bunch of sounds with hooping and hollering and about terrible things. The most degenerative things in our culture and society is what's sung about in a very, very approving manner by people. And it's like kids hear it and they aspire to be a loser. They aspire to be a degenerate. It's awful. I don't know why our society has allowed it to get how it has been. So my I guess it's more of a rant today. It started off about dealing with frustrations and things, but my way I deal with most of my frustrations, especially here at work, at this dump, is I just try to be quiet. Things that frustrate me, I try to just ignore. Don't respond to it right away. Deal with it when the state of mind is ready to deal with it. There's a few incidents of that a few days ago with some people, some customers that don't understand communication skills correctly, and don't understand that they in fact do not work there, and I do, and I have been there for over 3 years, so I know what I'm talking about when I say we don't have it. But yeah, I'm just running, it was running out of nice ways to say no, and I got a little lippy with one of them, and I just told him, well, I've been here for 3.5 years roughly, just a few months shy of that. So when I say we don't have it, it means we don't have it. I don't care what the computer says. And they did not like that answer, So, and that doesn't surprise me. That shouldn't surprise any of us. We don't like being told no. I'm glad that I don't really care about this job anymore. I'm glad any day can be my last. Any day I'll be free finally. Right now I have some clay that I'm drying out so I can grind into a fine powder. So I'm going to try to do some project stuff with that. And if I can get decent at, doing this, maybe I'll film myself the process of doing it so I can share. Because I think that this might be part of the way I can escape this corporate garbage, this corporate grind, this society freaking 9-to-5 waste of life. I've wasted 10 years of my life doing this just empty, soulless, degrading work, enriching someone else so they can stay at home in their mountain villas or their beach houses, pretending that they did hard work to get there. Yeah. That whole, oh, you need to just put in 100 hours a week and always grind, always hustle. Yeah, you know what? I've never been told that by someone that actually did that. Never. Never. Not once. Not at all. I was watching some old movies, black and white movies, and that has always been a thing, that old boomers degrade the young people, tell them they don't know what work is, they don't know what war is, they don't know what insert subject here is, blah blah blah. Back in my day, every single generation does that to the one beneath them. It's a cycle that just needs to stop. I was watching it would have been the boomer generation when they were kids. It's a really old movie, and literally reminded me exactly of what boomers tell me and my parents' generation tell me. It's like, you don't know what it's like. Back in my day, I used to go uphill both ways. It's like to school. I'm not going to do that to my kids. I'm not going to do that. I don't do that with people. That is just wrong. That is the most mentally devastating thing you can do to a young person. Wow, that person just ran a red light. Wow. Like I said, bad drivers. I don't think they understand that you're not allowed to turn left when the light's red. I'm just saying. Especially at a four-way intersection. The generation that I'm in is just so lost. I think we're the actual lost generation. Because we're like the culmination of all of those previous generations. I think we got the worst of it. Because we have so many people on anxiety medication, mental depression medication, just things that numb, because the previous generations failed their jobs at actually successfully raising the next one. And my generation is not, any better off for it. I know plenty of single mothers they call themselves mothers, and single men that call themselves men that have several kids that don't know about them, so that cycle can keep looping. But I think we just need to learn how to cope, how to not be frustrated all the time. Can't do that if we keep doing the same cyclical things. We can't do that if we keep doing the same things that we were told that worked way back, maybe 100 years ago it worked. It doesn't work now because it was 100 years ago. You didn't have cell phones 100 years ago. Like all this stuff. I think part of the reason we're lost is because we were taught to be consumers, taught to be slaves. When you go to school, do you go to school to learn? No. You go to school so you can learn the 9-to-5 schedule and be a good little servant to somebody that knows how to use you. And that is why there are so many managers and leaders that are fools. They're not very bright. They're terrible at any type of work, but they know how to manipulate people well. Same as politicians. They're useless people. Useless. Utterly useless. They can't do anything when it comes to actual labor. They may say they do, but that's them manipulating you. That's why there are no good ones. I don't care. There's There's no such thing as a good politician. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. It's more of a ramble today. Bouncing everywhere. I don't really have any specific topic other than maybe the frustration thing. Don't let other people dictate the decision you make. Saying no or not making a decision is a decision that you can make. Whether you agree with either answer, you always have your own. Anyway, I'm going to try not to be frustrated and try not to fly off the handle today when I go to work. I'm really sick of this place. Anyway, until next time.